You're not getting the same college experience as you would normally. I've seen a lot of people, at least college students, struggling with online classes. I know no one learns as well, and like you get distracted easily at home and things like that. I definitely took my first semester of college for granted because that was normal, and I really wish I could go back to that. Yeah, I've definitely missed last semester and this past fall, and even this spring. It was a little bit more normal. But I know a lot of people weren't doing good. There was, especially these last few days with the people with guns and everything, I know a lot of people have been calling, complaining, saying they feel unsafe on campus, things like that. I'm ready for it to be over. I just want things to go back to normal. I miss just going out, seeing people, doing things like that. I know the beginning of quarantine was it was like a weird time. We just did the same thing every single day, and it was just, felt like it was never gonna end then. I know that's kind of how I felt at first. I was like embarrassed, and I think it's very beneficial. You just need to instead of keeping it all to yourself, that can be really bad. Just you need to let it out and let someone know how you're feeling.
It's so easy to be negative in these kind of situations, but you need to be the light for some people because some people are struggling more than I am or others are.
The path is going to be there. No point in looking backwards. Where are you going to go? It's already lived. Time is gone. Going forward, you got to live your life. Make that path more clear. Stuff's always going to happen. Stuff's always going to get in your way. But if you know how to navigate it, it's going to get better.
It's just this whole stigma that if you have a mental health issue, you're bipolar or you're schizophrenic, but it can just be the basics of having anxiety about going into work and not knowing what your shift is going to be, or the depression that comes afterward. It's very important to open yourself up to someone, because I feel like if you just bottle all of that in, it's just going to be worse.
You can do it. You're okay, and no matter what, you're going to be okay. It's a good thing. And I feel good about myself now. I'm not angry anymore.
Welcome back to Your Day. We hope you found this week's series on the state of dis-ease enlightening and, more importantly, helpful. Therapist Julie Gilson of Christian Care Connection is with us this morning. Good morning. Have you seen an increase this past year of people looking for answers, folks needing help?
Definitely. Especially in the younger, I work primarily with teenagers and younger cohorts. So I'm seeing a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of the basis of anxiety is fear of the unknown. And with the pandemic and everything going on around race and violence lately in our country, that has really contributed to having more of those uneasy feelings.
Yeah, we just heard from Ellie, who is a student at Bowling Green State University, and she talked a lot about just feeling like, bummed out that she missed out on a lot of stuff this year. And I would imagine a lot of students are feeling that way.
Yeah, a lot of my high school students are saying, if they're seniors especially, they didn't have prom last year. They don't know if they're going to have prom this year. They had to do graduation differently, or they might have not had graduation at all. Missing out on those big things. And if they're playing high school sports and they're looking to go to college and have scholarships, they're missing out on a big opportunity to show off their skills.
Yeah, and you have to feel for them, and so they really have to come to terms with that, and at a young age that can be really tricky. So do you have some simple strategies to help people get through those missed opportunities?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of negativity surrounding social media and Facebook and things like that, but I think if we could use social media as a good tool where we're using it to connect with others, getting on Skype, getting on Zoom, Facebook Messenger, Snapchat, and, interacting with one another that way, calling and texting our friends and family, checking in on people. All those are good things to do. Getting out and getting exercise, it's as simple as going for a walk around the yard or a walk around the block, walking 20 minutes a day helps get those endorphins going, so you don't get those feelings of depression, or it helps alleviate those feelings of anxiety and depression.
Yeah, how do you think that this past year is going to affect us all in the long run?
I think in the long run, it's, it's really tricky because we still don't know. But I think definitely we're going to be thinking about how we can help others. And, as much as I've heard a lot of negativity and a lot of, I can't do this anymore, but I can't do this, people are finding ways to instill hope and find hope for the future. A lot of my clients have been saying, I feel like it's starting to get better. Things are opening up more. People are getting vaccinated. People are able to go out more. I know in Michigan, we're getting a plan ready to open up more and being able to gather more. So that's really promising too.
And do you think that as we come out of that and as people are able to get back into society, do you think that that is going to be kind of a transition period too, getting used to that again?
Yeah, because especially with people who have social anxiety, the pandemic probably maybe hasn't affected them as much because they're like, oh, I do get to stay home and I don't have to interact with people so much. So getting to stay home, they're like, oh, this is fine because I already get anxiety when I'm around a lot of people. But transitioning back and going back to school, going back to college campuses, and going back to, I know Ellie was talking about the gun violence and racism, and that's really scary to think of. Like, am I going to be safe on campus? Am I safe at school? And maybe we're going to have to keep wearing masks. I don't know. But I think being able to have resources available, utilizing on-campus counseling centers, utilizing professors, utilizing your friend group, your family, having a plan to, if I feel unsafe, what is a number I can call? Walking around on campus with friends instead of walking by yourself. Having the police phone number in your phone.
Having those tools available. Yeah, having those tools available and having that support system available, and know who it is that you can call and you can count on when you're feeling that dis-ease, as we've been saying all week. Julia, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yep, take care.
You too.
Well, again, we want to help. If you're feeling uneasy about things, you're not alone, where you just need to talk to a friend, or if you've reached your tipping point, text wellness or resources to 419-248-1100 to get connected to those who can help you.